for you about some group of people here. I think it's at least 3 individuals that maybe walk into the room and they stop talking when you show up. Maybe you have a little bit of frustration because you know that these coworkers or family members or friends are displeased with a decision that you've made, because we do have, excuse me, the Judgment card here. So I feel like there's frustration with something that you've decided or a course of action that they tried to get you to change your mind on, and you were like, I don't think that's the right thing to do. But we have someone who is talking about you, and I don't feel like it's very positive, unfortunately. And I also think that you know about it. So let's call on Spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Ooh, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Text Rachel before going live, and I totally forgot. Okay, so we will see what else we have, but first let me just tell you, hello Redbeard. If you are interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. If you want one, you can email me at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as well as more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. You can also find the link to my Etsy shop if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. That would be in the description box for you as well. Hello, Shayla. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? Oh, they've always been a little bit problematic. It's not you. All right, what should we start with, y'all? I think we're gonna go with the Medieval Feathers Tarot. I'm glad to hear that, Carrie. All right, what else do we have regarding these gossipers? What people talking about you? The Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse says derailing. So maybe someone was planning to, you know, kind of sidestep some responsibility here, or hoping that you would make things easier for them. Dang, this one says dimness. I think we have someone who underestimated you, who felt like they could manipulate you into doing their work for them, if this is a work situation, or get you to admit something that isn't their business. But we have dimness, and I feel like this is what was expected of you. I didn't know that you were that intelligent, or I didn't know that you'd be able to put one and one together. I didn't know that you would, you know, look up the job description and see that that's my responsibility. Someone expected you to be a little bit easier to push around than you really are. 10 of Coins or the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, expecting you to pick up their slack or do their work for them or pay for something that is not your responsibility. Hello, David. How are you doing? Hello, Gnostic. We got the Page of Swords, preparation. The thing is, you already know too much. You already have a pulse on the situation. Or you know that they like to pick on newbies. I remember starting at a new job and being told, you know, if you go out to lunch with everyone, they're gonna ditch and make you pay for everyone. I was like, oh, are they? Not if I don't go to lunch. Maybe I bring my own lunch. Maybe I sneak out and go by myself. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Hello, Alan. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Por favor, call me Carmen. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Erasable. How are you doing? We have, oh, that's interesting, the Emperor. Control and the 5 of Coins, interference. So someone or some group, they're looking at you like you don't have the insight that you actually do. They're underestimating you. oh, you don't necessarily anticipate that we could do this, or that we might push you around, or that we might try to take advantage of, you know, your being new, or not really knowing how it goes around here. So we're going to try to put you in a bit of a corner or a tough spot. You have to do all of the work, and we're going to go out for happy hour, or we're going to stick you with the awful customer. And you're like, no, I saw that coming a mile away, and I'm not going to fall for that little trap. Oh, that's so awesome. How's it going, Shomai? I don't know if I'm saying that right. If it's Shomi, my bad. You let me know. Hello, Frederick. It was either 8-Bit or DFA. They both gifted memberships yesterday, which is very awesome of them. That's fair, Resurrection. You got protection around you. Hello, too. I hope things get easier for you. And Rachel, I got your name written down. You let me know what your question is. Thank you for liking, Prince. If you would like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your request in a super chat and I will add you to the list. Otherwise, enjoy the general reading. Did I say hello to Gnostic? I think I did. I just want to make sure. Oh, that sounds delightful. I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, Prince, you're getting timed out because you just keep repeating the same message. We don't really like that around here. We like a little bit of, you know, variety. Variety is the spice of life. We have the Chariot. I love this card. Look at how beautiful this is. 2 horses. You're kind of looking down on top of them. You're too fast for these individuals. You leave before things get crazy. Maybe it's a happy hour and everyone's, you know, losing their senses. You show up for 5 minutes and then you're out. Maybe it's a party where you know things are going to get chaotic. Maybe there's an argument. But you walk away or you avoid. You're diving, dipping, and dodging. So you don't deal with whatever they had planned or whatever silliness that they thought that they could get you stuck with. We have the 4 of Wands, retreat. You leave before things get too messy. And we got the 4 of Wands repeating here as well. You're too smart for this crowd. They feel like they can control or manipulate the situation, and you are demonstrating that you cannot be manipulated like that. It's not gonna happen. Hello, happy vibes. So we have the Devil. And the 2 of Swords in the reverse. This is like someone chose you to be the person who, you know, is given the short straw. We're going to make that person pay our bill. We're going to make that person out to be the villain. We're going to scapegoat that person. We're going to turn in our work late and get them in trouble. Or we're going to break the rules and we're going to make it look like you're the one who actually broke the rules. Temperance in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. But you can smell what the rock is cooking. You can tell that they're up to no good and you're like, I don't know, man. How dumb do you think I am? I can see what you're trying to do and I'm not going to be a part of it. So because you are smart, because you are observant, I see you with that 6 of Swords being able to kind of like Neo dodge that bullet or several. Hey Rohit, welcome. I'm just gonna remove the repetitiveness there. Let's make sure we're not doing the same message over and over again, please. But welcome, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have a specific question you would like me to pull some cards for you on, we do that after the general reading with priority to those who, just like Skemmy did, do a donation, or if you'd like to gift memberships to others in the live chat. Yes, hyping is welcome as well. Skemmy, how are we doing today? That's fair. Let me write that down for you. And Rachel, I've got your name written down, but not a question, so let me know what your question is as well. Good or bad? What's my guide say? Oops, did I miss Rachel's? My bad. Oh, there it is. Who, what, draining my energy. I've added that for you. Thank you, Rachel. And Skemmy, I'm about to get the rest of yours up here. And future love. I've got that added for you. Thank you, Skemmy. Hello, Naveen. How are you doing? No problem. All right, what else do we have? Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like somebody trying to put you in a straitjacket, but you're like double jointed. So you're like, I got out of that real quick. Like, what's up? Someone's trying to put baby in a corner, and you're like, Nobody puts baby in the corner. They can't trap you or play this prank on you or whatever it is that they're trying to do. It does feel like it's a group of friends or some coworkers, but they don't anticipate that you can see this coming a mile away, or that you're too smart for whatever tricks they got up their sleeves. Hello, Wendy. How are you doing? If you would like me to pull some cards for you, Wendy, feel free to put that in a super chat and I will add you to the list. We're about 20 minutes out, maybe 22 minutes out from doing personal questions. So we have the Lovers and the Hanged Man in the reverse. Notice with the Lovers, we have two faces, which I think is symbolic of, here's what happens if you're on my good side, and here's what happens if you decide to mess with me a little bit, right? I will make the decision to depart, or I will, explain what my boundaries are, but you're not going to get me all caught up or, trapped. They're going to end up realizing that you're more intelligent than they anticipated, and that you were being kind, amiable, but if you try to mess with me, you're going to see the other side. Ace of Swords, they're seeing the truth of your intelligence, your capabilities, and with the Six of Wands, you're able to navigate away from whatever they were trying to do to mess with you. You didn't say the magic word. All right, this is the Ship of Fools, because it seems like maybe you're dealing with some people who are not very observant. What else do we have? What else? The Tower. Temperance and the reverse, which we had at the beginning. See, I think you can tell that something is off before people expect you to be able to. Like, you notice little things that are different. What's that show? Burn Notice. The main dude was real observant. What was his name? I don't know if I can remember that. He would notice the smallest of details and leverage that. But it enables you to know when things are a little bit off, when people are nervous. You know, oh, why are you extra sweaty today, Susan? Huh? You planning something? Why are your eyes all shifty today, Ted? You want to tell me what's going on? So with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, you can sense some sort of insecurity or, like I said, like shifty eyes, maybe even a little bit of sweat. You're like, I can tell something's brewing over here and I don't like it. So with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, you pick up on someone plotting some manipulation. And with the Two of Coins in the reverse, you know that it's going to impact your stability or your situation, maybe even how a boss perceives you. Five of Wands in the reverse, because there's some competitive energy here, but you rise above it. No, I'm not going to get pulled into your silly shenanigans. I'm not interested in that, thank you, though. Hello, Kenneth. How are you doing? Hello, Art. What's up? Michael Weston, you are the best. What else do we have? Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They wanted you to lose face, get embarrassed, or even make a bad impression with the boss. Too bad, so sad. They didn't expect you to be so efficient at reading or observing issues, people's behavior. You're a little bit difficult to mess with, my friend, and I like that about you. So they're learning a lesson, whoever this is, friend or coworkers. I guess I can't mess with you. I might have thought that I could play a little trick on you, but I ended up looking kind of silly. Yes, stay hydrated. It is definitely going to be hot, at least on our side of the globe. Queen of Wands in the reverse. You make people nervous. Maybe you didn't initially, but when you catch them trying to play this little game or talking about you, they're like, oh, I didn't know you had that good a hearing, or I didn't know that you were that skilled at noticing things were off. I guess we're gonna have to pick on someone else. I guess we're gonna have to stop playing games with you. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have strong intuition. You pick up on when that energy shifts. So their little attempt to play a game with you here is foiled. Nice try. Ain't gonna happen. You got protective energy around you, and that's what they're finding out. It frustrates them because they thought they were going to have like a little like laugh at your expense. Knight of Swords in the reverse, King of Swords, and the Tower in the reverse. If they were doing something to break the rules or to toy with your boss or a customer, make you look bad in front of somebody that maybe you have a crush on, now they're looking silly. The Knight of Swords in this particular tarot deck has like all this dirt on the floor, little shovel in the background. They wanted to make you look silly or make you look responsible for a problem. And instead, they end up looking a little bit silly for trying to make you look bad. You come through as this King of Swords like, nah, I'm too smart for that. I saw your little plan a mile away. Little pat on the head for you. Oh, aren't you funny? And then they have to explain. They get egg on their face, right? Hello, Tony. How are you doing? I like that. Do you? Yep. Yeah, 86 degrees is actually, that would sound kind of nice right now. All right. This is the Connolly Tarot. What else do we have about these individuals who are talking about you? Lukewarm. What else? Knight of Swords. Two of Swords in the reverse. I can see that you're trying to mess with me, so I'm gonna make a decision that enables me to like sidestep your problems, avoid the issue. Oh, you want me to eat that cheese that's actually like spoiled? No, thank you. You've got this confidence, you've got this trust in your intuition. You're establishing yourself among this group of people as like not to be messed with. Like, nice try. I don't think so. So very heavy on the air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra with that King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So they have to like switch up their plans. They get exposed. Maybe even like right in front of the boss. Like, oh, that's weird. What were y'all trying to do? Were you trying to make it so that my work got erased right before it was due? Huh, I feel like that would impact the client, right, Mr. Boss? Right, Ms. Boss? That's weird. Almost kind of feels like a little bit of sabotage there, huh? It's a good thing I saved it over here too. Hello, Rebecca, how are you doing? Hello, Lord Chase, what's up? They're gonna know not to mess with you. We got the Three of Swords in the reverse. Six of Wands. Yeah, I mean, nice try. You end up looking a little bit silly, trying to make me look silly, but at least there's still some entertainment value there, right? Yep, that full moon energy is definitely messing with people, I think. In 1700 years? No way. That's a long time. So we have Temperance, this time in the upright, and we have the Lovers. I keep seeing this as the duality of your personality, or the fact that you can be very genuine, but if people are messing with you, you know, it's kind of like mess with the bull, get the horns. Sorry, I gotta cover the boobs. They're realizing you got some horns. You're an earth angel. You got skills. People feel like you are approachable, or at least professional. But when they try to mess with you, they realize, you don't play games like that. Hello, Steven. How are you doing today? Are you controlling your keys today? Hello, key controller. The High Priestess and Justice in the reverse. So I feel like there's a little bit of a crowd here, or a little bit of an audience, people that realize, okay, so noted, I can't mess with you. You are too perceptive, or you are too smart. Any future attempts to mess with somebody should be redirected to a person who's a little bit more gullible, not you. So yes, I think they were plotting. I think they were talking about you in terms of like, ooh, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that. And then I think they end up talking about how, okay, we have to remove them from the list. We can't mess with that person. They're too smart. They saw what we were trying to do from like a mile away. Can't do that. Now, in this Connolly Tarot, we've got materialism as the devil, and it's in the reverse. So whatever they thought you were going to fall for, or whatever temptation they thought you'd be interested in, no, you're not interested in it. You play by the rules, or you can anticipate when somebody is trying to mess with you or make you look bad, and you avoided it like a pro. Let's see if we get the gossip card. This is the situations deck. Hello, Co-Create. How are you doing? Ooh, that sounds pretty hot. I hope you're staying cool. Hello, Andy. Hello, Mr. F. How we doing? What else do we have? So part of the issue here is someone feels threatened by you. Not terribly surprising. If they're trying to mess with you in a work situation, it could be they feel like they need to disadvantage you in some way to make you look less skilled or less competitive to, you know, that promotion. But they wanted you to be seen as less than, or they wanted you to feel like you weren't good enough to be a part of that group. Sending you to the wolves only for you to come back as like the leader of the pack. They might have been messing with paperwork. They might have been trying to get you to break a rule. They might have been lying to you about the circumstances or the expectations, but you did your homework. They were pretending to be friendly or welcoming, when in reality, they were trying to make you look bad. They expected you to just take things at face value and not do your own research, but you don't play like that. You looked for what the right information was or the right guidelines. You don't just like take orders from colleagues. It's because I have the shade a little bit open. Hello, Albert. Hello, Yarib. How are we doing? Brandon, that's an interesting question that doesn't really align with my reading. Maybe that's a question for Google? We've got come together, settlement, and children. So they were working together to try to get you to do something the wrong way, a little bit immaturity, and you rise above that issue and avoid the consequences they were hoping you would have to deal with. This is the Divine Feathers Oracle. It do be like that sometimes. Oh, have you had issues with that in the past, Brandon? Don't worry, my kitchen's real clean. Woodpecker. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. You don't need to rely on others to tell you the right approach. You figure it out on your own, and because you do that, you avoid some sort of regrettable situation or setup. Cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. For some of you, this is because you've been hired in a management role and the people who report to you are a little feisty, a little bit frustrated. White Swan, the power of divine grace is within you. They see you as very calm, cool, and collected, but they don't realize you can also hold your own. It's not just that you're graceful. You're also intelligent and not afraid of conflict. That serves you well. All right, let's get a few from Under the Oak. Likewise, Co-Create. Aren't they awesome? Well, and I have a few mermaid things, like that's a mermaid and that's a mermaid tail. No big deal. All right. What else do we have? Page of Swords. Following the directions. Ignoring what someone tells you. Not falling for their trap. I feel like for many of you, this is a work situation. You have the ability to demonstrate your leadership qualities, and somebody wants to make you look foolish, and you don't fall for it. Thank you, Tony. Let me add that for you. Is Heather still in jail? Will she go to prison? Hopefully not. I've added that for you. Thank you, Tony. We got about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes before I start those personal questions. Temperance, again, in the reverse. So they have consequences they were hoping to see you deal with coming their own way. Hey, you know, that's not really cool, Haley, Bailey, and Kaylee, that you would do that. It's like they're working together in a team. They wanted to make you look bad, and now the boss is like, all of you, you're grounded. Go to detention. Now you're going to have to work on Saturday. They wanted you to look bad. They end up looking bad themselves. 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. And now you know what you're dealing with as well. Look at you. You're over here just brushing your hair like, oh gosh. Oh, not the consequences of your actions. Crazy. I feel like for many of you, this is a work situation. Absolutely. Some competitive energy because they wanted to look like the right person for the job and make it seem like you were not the right person. Oh, see, you can't even handle showing up at the right time or showing up at the right place. They shouldn't have hired you, but you figure it out. Now they're going to have to decide, is it worth it to just fall into place or fall in line, or are they going to try to mess with you again? But you've come through as the magician, someone who is very capable, anticipates the issues, and you're resourceful. If you need to look up information for yourself, you can do that. You don't just rely on what people tell you. You double check the facts. 3 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. So yes, they tried to make you look bad, or they tried to ruin a deadline for you, and you avoid it. You're too smart for them. Good job. Hello, Dub Styles. How are you doing? Hello, Stevie. How are you doing? Thank you for the tip. Does Kara regret how she treated me? I hope I said that right. Let me know if it's Kara instead. Regret how she treated me. Or does she feel good about it? Hopefully there's some learning going on there. Hello, JPA. How are we doing? Thank you for the tip. What can Spirit tell me? About my backyard neighbors? And what can I do about it? Fences make for good neighbors, right? I've added that for you. Thank you, JPA. Hello, James. How are we doing today? All right, let's dive into those personal questions. We have Rachel up first, then Skemmy, and then Tony, Stevie, and then JPA. This is the Native American Tarot. Who or what is draining my energy? Who or what is draining Rachel's energy, please? We have victory in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands, or the Trapper. So this is someone who is manipulative. Someone who has experienced a recent failure or frustration. They thought they had enough to get what they wanted, Rachel, but they have been left out in the cold. So is this someone who's gone through like a breakup or some sort of ending? This is someone who is not, like, they got denied their wish. Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have the Wish card in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. This person acts covertly. Sorry, I keep kicking the thing that my phone is on. This is someone who communicates in a way where they feel like they come across as friendly and kind, but they're hiding their real motivations. Queen of Wands. This is someone who tries to come across as attractive or considerate, spiritual even. But they're definitely stealing your energy. We have the Horse Thief card and the Two of Blades, or the Two of Swords, in the reverse. So this would be like a recent friend. And they feel like they can take your energy and address the fact that they're feeling like they have lost something or failed to succeed at something. This is someone who lies about the individuals that they've been dealing with or their motivations. Anything like physically that we can give so that Rachel can zero in on who this is? We have the Ace of Vessels, which would be the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This person doesn't have a lot of people around them. They may be relying on you heavily. With the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, this would be somebody who seems to come up empty-handed a lot. But they're like kind of clinging to your energy whenever they have access to you. And will Rachel be able to protect against this person's energy harvesting? Initially, it's going to be a little bit problematic. But then I see the Queen of Swords coming through, or the Maiden of Blades. You may have to block this person. So is this like advising going no contact? Not initially. Have a conversation first, because I feel like you might have to do a little bit of like a test. Like, how does this person handle it if I say this, or if I pull back a little bit? If I'm silent, do they overreact? So pull back a little bit from the individuals that you think this might be and see how they handle that. Then you'll know what you need to do, and I feel like at that point it's going to be probably going no contact or establishing different rules of engagement. But this is someone who pulls on your energy quite a lot. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Oh, you're funny. So test how the silence goes. See how the couple of people you think it might be react. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You're going to see somebody whose energy switches up. Like, oh, I thought you were really friendly. I thought you were really kind. But when I say I can't like meet you for ice cream or something, you lose your temper. Someone's energy changes when they don't get what they want from you. And then that's the person you need to either go no contact with or maybe even like do a protective spell against. Yes, I agree, Rachel. I agree. I'm sending you protective energy. You got this. All right. Let's see what we've got for Skemi. Skemi, this is the, actually, I feel like the Cagliostro is better. This is the Cagliostro Tarot. Skemi is considering going trans. Is this good or bad? Is this good or bad for Skemi, please? So we have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So there is a little bit of a warning here in terms of loneliness. Make sure we're not making decisions out of a desire to feel close to anybody, or, you know, looking for a variety of different ways to soothe. But I feel like this is generally good. Be cautious, because it does look like this is actually the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and we've got this slyness energy. So overall answer to the question is, it's not necessarily bad, but you need to be observant. Because there is a possibility here that you are looking the other way and ignoring your intuition because you want to feel close to someone. There does seem to be someone from your past who is sending confusing energy your way. In other words, it may make you feel like you know what's going on when you really don't. And we've got the Two of Cups showing up. So is this saying there's two options with regards to this question? Yes. Which is why it's kind of middle of the road. Not necessarily a bad thing, but you could have two options, one of which is not great and the other one which is good. So still need to use your intuition in the moment. It's like if I were to say, are jalapeno peppers spicy? And one of them has no seeds and one of them has seeds. Well, that first one's gonna be just fine. You'll be able to handle it, no crying. That second one, though, is gonna slap you across the face a little bit. I was cooking with serranos, and the first time, like when I cooked them, they were mostly fine, you know? Let them sit for another day, went to go eat one, and I was like straight up crying, okay? It got a little too hot for me. So this is saying you gotta be paying close attention to that intuition. One may be good, one may be a little bit no bueno. So pay close attention to the details. We have the Four of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Magician. So in principle, the answer is not bad, but individually we need to pay close attention. What are the guides for Skemi saying, please? Happiness in your future, but keep in mind that you need to keep your strengths in balance. Do not lean too heavily on one strength and then get a little bit too almost like confident, right? Hello, Obsession. How are you doing? Hello, Carly. Any other advice from Skemi's guides, please? Five of Swords. There is a risk of regret here. Three of Wands. So take action courageously, but only after you have consulted your intuition. You are at risk of making a decision here too quickly. And with the Seven of Pentacles, it's wise for you to invest in something, but there could be like you need to delay making the final decision and you want to be a little bit more impulsive. What about future love? How does this impact this, or what advice do we have here? Somebody is trying to deceive you. or somebody will try to deceive you. And it has to do with a disagreement. You feel like something is off, or you may bring something up with someone. It may have to do with your boundaries or whether or not they're being honest with you, and they get extra defensive. That's your cue to walk away. Give it some space. Somebody here is lying to you, and they know that if you confirm that something was a lie, it will undo some of their work with regards to another lie. It's like if you uncover the truth about this, then you're also going to know that this isn't the truth. A little bit of a house of cards here. We have the Four of Cups, so uneasiness. You're going to feel like something is off because something really is off. So rejection of something in the immediate future, and then down the road a piece, we have something that is worthy of investing in. So remember, your intuition is going to help you, but only if you are giving it enough time to assess the situation. Because you might be trying to like put your thumb on the scale for something. Oh, that's gonna be great. Hello, Ruben, how are you doing? Unraveling like a sweater. Hello, Sabrina, thank you for the flowers. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what we've got for Tony. Tony, what should we use? We're gonna go with the Stained Glass Tarot for you, Tony. I think that's correct, Scummy. Hello, Maya. Please put your question in a super chat if you would like me to pull some cards for you. Is Heather still in jail? Is Heather still in jail? I feel like for the very near future, or like recently released, but with the world in the reverse, it's like almost done. And what I'm actually feeling, hello 8-Bit, how we doing? Hello Indra. Let me add that for you, 8-Bit. I love that you always do the same, like repeating numbers. What is happening? I'm adding that for your question. I hope that's right. I'm doing well. How about you, Indra? So what I'm picking up on, Tony, is there could be someone who is like, sometimes there's a limit, right? You're supposed to release someone within 48 hours, and then whatever, they play a little fast and loose with that, and it actually ends up being 50 hours. There's something here where it's like, I'm supposed to be released, but I haven't yet, or I was supposed to be kept for this long, and they end up releasing me a little bit earlier. There's a little bit of like fudging with the time, because someone who's supposed to be in charge is not really doing their job. But yes, soon. And with the Devil, we have someone who is not behaving. To be honest, I feel like this is actually Heather's energy, where it's like, I could make things easier on myself if I were being respectful, but instead I am being a bit difficult. Thank you, Indra. I know you want to put your question in the super chat for me. I know you do. I can feel it in my soul. I got you, 8-Bit. And will she go to prison? No, not right now. Still a possibility in the future, like distant future. But as of right now, the answer is no. Maybe there's not room. Maybe there's too much else going on. But I do feel like there's repeat issues here. 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles. She has an opportunity over the next several months to choose a better path If she does not make that choice, then we have repeat issues where it's like, okay, well, you had this problem in the past, so now I feel like we need a more serious consequence for you to really encourage you to go a different way. Has she learned a lesson? She's learned a lesson. She's feeling frustrated, doesn't want to have this happen again. So that could inspire a little bit of change behavior, right? I hope things improve for her. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, Tony. Let's see what we've got for Stevie. Hello, namaste. How are you doing? Thank you, Kadu. Azad, if you would like to have me pull cards for you, please put your question in a super chat. And please avoid repeating questions, just in case you want to do that. All right, for Stevie we have, does Kara, ooh, I didn't look to see if you told me how to say this. Just in case Stevie told me how to pronounce it, I gotta look. Hello, Josh, how are you doing? That's gross. Josh, grow up. Stevie, did you tell me how to pronounce this? No? That's okay. We're gonna go with Kara. Yes, of course. Azad, a super chat is a way to tip or donate, and there would be a $sign, or perhaps it would be, if you're in a different country, whatever signifies cash or money in your country. Ah, okay. I will call her Kat then. Does Kat regret how she treated Stevie? Does Kat regret how she treated Stevie? Does Kat regret how she treated Stevie? Four of Cups, yes. The Moon. This is someone who often hides or covers the real feelings being experienced, maybe trying to present themselves as a little bit more mature than they are, or a little bit more unbothered than they really are. But this is someone who feels like they had negative consequences because of how they treated you. So is there bad karma hidden for Kat? We have the Six of Cups. Yes, there have been issues with family or close friends. There's been, however I did you wrong, someone else has done me wrong that way. So this is pushing Kat to consider, what can I do to heal? How can I approach things in a better way? Thank you, Redbeard. I appreciate you. Let me know if you would like me to pull some cards for you. Skemmy, you got the free membership. Look at you go. Hello, Juanita. Hello, Samuel. How are we doing today? Juanita, if you would like me to pull some cards for you, please put your request in a super chat. It do be like that sometimes. Kadu, I definitely want there to be higher vibrations and good luck for people. I do care about my cards though. They're so pretty. I love the art on them. All right. Does Kat at all feel good about how she treated Stevie? A little bit. Why? So there's regret here because things have happened to basically kind of teach Kat this is not how we act, but there's still a sense of satisfaction here. Hello, Flower. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm so glad you got your son back. Interview with Popo tomorrow. What do I need to know? And any help around that? Felt the urge and told you that I loved him and missed him. What do I need to know about it? I've added those for you. Thank you, Flower. Hello, Priya. Oh, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Priya, please put your question in a super chat and do not repeat your questions, please. Satisfaction was the 3 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So it's like I did something and it made me feel like I was kind of like getting back at you or teaching you a lesson, but it actually ends up she realizes that she needs to learn a lesson. And then we have the 4 of Swords in the reverse. Sometimes we have people that want to put you in your place, and it's not their place to put you in your place. So she's getting negative karma and recognizing that that satisfaction on how she treated you was inappropriate. So 2 of Swords, there's going to be another opportunity for her to learn a lesson and demonstrate that she is wiser, smarter than she was when she treated you the way that she did. And depending on how she acts, depending on how she chooses to deal with that situation, she can wipe the karma plate clean, she can get a clean slate, or she can tack on more debt. We'll see how it goes. Anything else that Stevie needs to know about the situation, please? The 9 of Cups. You have a wish being granted for you in the near future. I see this being over the next 3 weeks. So I need you to be very positive in how you think about what you're working towards or what you want to have happen for you. That positivity is going to pay off for you. And that's the 9 of Cups, just to clarify. All right. Wishing you good luck, Stevie. Hello, Suvik. How are you doing today? Redbeard, did you address whether or not... you already... I need no cards. I already have all the aces. That works for me. Thank you for being generous, Redbeard. We love you. Hello, Suvik. Let me write down your question for you. Satarupa's current feelings. For Suvik, next action. I've added that for you. Thank you, Suvik. We've got JPA up next. Have a great rest of your day, co-creates. Ooh, that's a long drive, Flower. All right, so for JPA, we've got what can Spirit tell me about my backyard neighbors? Are they misbehaving? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Cups. Ten of Swords in the reverse, and Temperance. Is this saying that things are going to improve? I see there being like a peace offering. Okay, so we have one person that's negative and one person that's positive. One person who likes to start fights or flies off the cuff. And another person who's like, we can't be acting like that. Why are you doing that? So there's like mismatched energy. Someone in particular, one person in particular is a problem in your backyard. Thank you, Priyanka. I hope you're having a lovely day. Neil's feelings and intentions. And how he sees you. I've got that for you. So, will this be resolved? I mean, I feel like there's going to be issues because these two don't really agree. It's like, I want to be a jerk because I can be, and then the other person's like, don't be a jerk. There's uneven energy here, and it's depending on the day, one person's in charge or the other person gets to make the decision. So does JPA need to do anything? Hello, Andrea. How are you doing? Yes, you do need to do something. Really? So is this like peace offering from JPA? There's something that you can gift. I feel like this is like nature related. Like, hey, I saw that you like natural woodwork based on that bench outside of your door. I found this, I thought you would like it. Or I have this, I don't use it, gifting it to you. There's some small like gift I see you offering. But it's also an opportunity for you to say, you know, as I gift this to you, I just wanted to reiterate that I'd really respect it if you could avoid dumping your dog's poo over the fence. It messes with my flowers. I don't know what it is, but it's an opportunity for you to be like, here's something for you. I'm being kind, but I'm also going to let you know that there's a rule here, and I've noticed this thing. Because right now with this High Priestess in the reverse, it's like somebody's saying, I don't know that that bothers JPA, so why would I not do it? Here's this gift. It's small, doesn't cost you much. Maybe you even find it, right? But you know there's something here that they would probably like about that thing. But you're establishing a rule. Maybe even documenting it. But I see you communicating something, laying the law down or laying out the rules. And then with death in the reverse, it's like now this person can't claim ignorance. They might still be ignorant, but they can't pretend they don't know that it bothers you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I don't know if you know that I can see you totally naked suntanning on your deck while I'm making my breakfast eggs. But it's a little bit concerning. The only huevos I want to see in the morning are the ones that I'm cooking, not yours. You know, like making the rules apparent. Did I say hello to Carly? I hope so. Hello. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? Hello, Rocky. So, will they listen after this? It empowers the nice one. Someone here is just a jerk. They like to test people. They like to be difficult. But it empowers the nice person to be like, no, they were nice to us. You want to be a jerk to someone? Be a jerk to like Tim over there who was mean. But you be nice to that person. They gifted us something. You be nice to JPA. They told us they don't like this. And that enables the nice person to win out in the arguments when they disagree. Like, nope, you're not going to let your dog poop there. We already had this conversation and that person was nice to us. They don't deserve it. You make your dog poop over there instead. Oh, you're so welcome, Carly. JPA, I'm sending you peace vibes, protective energy. Remember, your tone is super important. How we say things, the words we choose, the tone that we use, it conveys energy. And you have a way to assert your dominance or what you require in the situation without being a jerk. The only people who need to be like, I'm gonna beat you, are the people who cannot convey their meaning in a respectful but firm way. You can convey what you need, and then they can be like, maybe that's not the one. Maybe I shouldn't mess with that person, right? But I hope things improve for you, and I believe in you. Hello, Goth Boy. How we doing? We've got 8-Bit up next. And this is the Prisma Visions Tarot. You're so welcome, JPA. What is happening for 8-Bit, please? What is happening? Ace of Swords. All right. 9 of Wands in the reverse. 6 of Swords. Okay, so kind of strange, but what I'm seeing in my mind is like Star Trek. In order to communicate or like send a message in between ships, I'm pretty sure they have to like lower their shields. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's in order to shoot a torpedo, they have to lower their shields. But I see there being a sense of like, I'm being vulnerable here. So maybe you're sharing a truth that's difficult or makes you feel a little bit vulnerable, but it creates a bridge for you. So there's this sense of, in order to communicate or say something or assert what you need, there's a little bit of vulnerability with that 9 of Wands in the reverse. Like confessing your feelings for someone or asking for a favor, but you're going to handle this expertly. I see this going better for you than you expect it to. We have the 5 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So there's something here that is bothering you or making you feel a little bit nervous, and you might feel a bit indecisive over how to handle it. Am I going to make things worse? I see someone pacing, almost feeling a little bit obsessive with it, with the Devil. But you're being too harsh on yourself. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You may expect someone to cut you off or be upset with you or to take things the wrong way. I don't see that. I think you know exactly what you're doing. I think you choose the right words. I think your desire to make someone comfortable or to be respectful of the morals in the situation, I think that comes across. So with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, you may feel like someone's going to be upset with you, but you need to let go of that energy. Oh, thank you, JPA. I appreciate you. I'm going to give that free reading to Carly. Carly, go ahead and type a question you would like me to pull some cards on. And all I ask is that you say thank you to JPA for their generosity, which is pretty awesome to do. Yeah, so you might be a little bit overly harsh on your ability to pull off a difficult conversation. But 8-Bit, I'm telling you, it is because you are so concerned with making sure you approach this the right way and your respect for yourself and others that you're going to be able to fix this. So give yourself credit for the fact that you care more than other people do, and it's going to come across that you do. So Knight of Swords is you're being able to say something that might be tricky, that might, you know, make you a little bit nervous, but I need you to have that confidence that because you care so much, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to be able to pull off this difficult conversation and things will move forward. This person or these individuals are going to see that your heart is there, is in the conversation, and you're being genuine. So you got this. All right. Sending you a big old hug. I believe in you. And let me add this for Lydia. Lydia, I hope you are having a wonderful day. And I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for Carly's comment to add your question. Thank you to Cooper as well. Let me add Lydia's. How will this job rotation go? And what will he think? I've added that for you. Thank you, Lydia. Cooper, I hope you are having a wonderful day. How does S feel about me? And does she have any message? I've added that for you. Thank you, Cooper. Hello, Neo. How are you doing? What is Gary Euphemia hiding from me? I've added that for you. Thank you, Carly. And thank you, JPA, for that extra question. We got Indra up next. What does Indra need to know for the next 2 months? This is the Royal Fez or the Moroccan Tarot. What does Indra need to know for the next 2 months, please? Oh, that's kind of you, Carly. Hello, Abel. How are you doing? Hey, goth boy, let's settle down. We don't need to be all judgy, okay? You don't need to know who S is, goth boy. Ain't none of your business. I respect people doing that because Spirit knows who they're talking about. You don't need to know. I mean, your username is goth boy. It's not your real name now, is it? Anyways, all right. What does Indra need to know for the next 2 months, please? Moon in the reverse. 2 of Swords. 2 of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, which talks about giving to 2 people. The moon has 2 towers and 2 dogs. The number 2 is important. Indra, you're asking about the next 2 months, but I think specifically we're looking at 2 different energies. Are these romantic interests? Yes. There's going to be a theme over the next 2 months of 2 people in your life and needing to focus on one, because if you do not focus on one, that split energy or that trying to balance 2 things at once, it's going to cause issues. So do not give to 2 people at once, or do not have a roster. Make sure you are communicating respectfully and not entertaining 2 people romantically at the same time, because you may end up losing who you are supposed to be connected to. So focus on one, do not entertain two at the same time. We have the Fool and the Chariot in the reverse, because someone here is looking to distract you or like make it seem like it would be okay. And this is actually distracting you from the person who you should be with. Is the ex involved? I suspect that she is. She sure is. The ex is trying to tell you that she has addressed the blocks that caused issues between the two of you in the past, and she has not. She's trying to make it seem like she has dealt with these issues, or trying to make it seem like she is this earth angel, right? Oh, I've worked on my emotional side. I've worked on my codependent energies. So you should accept me. But the issue here is we have someone who is, it's like, this is such a strange analogy, Indra, but what I'm seeing is a cantilevered balcony that does not have the support that it needs. And it's probably because I have like a fascination with that subreddit where people are like, grade the deck, grade the balcony. Is this safe? Should there be a hot tub here? No. Your ex is trying to make it seem like everything's great. Everything's better. Like, I figured out how to support myself. I don't need you to be doing stuff for me. Wrong. Wrong. Hierophant in the reverse. I'm making everything like look like it's good, but I did not follow the rules. I did not do things the right way. Do not let the ex distract you from someone you are interested in romantically, because she's going to be lying to you about the circumstances or her intentions or what she has walked away from or who she has walked away from. So I've already said this to you before, but put the ex away. I'm not saying like lock them up in your basement, but dismiss the ex from your heart. Adios. It's been real. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for teaching me that I deserve better. But I got more important things to be focused on, and there's someone here who wants to actually do right by me. So I need to do right by them if I would like to have that healthy relationship. Because I see you being very happy with someone else, not the ex. Somebody new. That Sun, that's the happiest card in the deck. I would like you to be very happy. The ex can't do that for you. The ex leaves you in confused energy because with the moon in the reverse, there's hidden intentions, lies and secrets. You don't need to be dealing with that. I want you with this person who's honest and wants to make you happy. So one person, no roster, and you got someone who wants to make you happy. And I like that for you. Very good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, this is the Romani Tarot. Indra, I believe in you. Yes, I agree. Hello, Just Jokes. How are you doing? I would definitely pursue things with Irene. All right, we'll do that real quick. Like, is the Sun energy associated with Irene? Yes, it is Irene. This Irene is very honest. You can have a successful relationship with Irene. I like Irene. Me, myself, and Irene. All right, Indra, I wish you luck. You got this. No more X. Let's see what we've got for Flower. So tomorrow there's the interview with the police. What does Flower need to know? Knight of Pentacles, Justice, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles. I like this a lot. You're gonna feel like things are getting on the right track after you leave tomorrow. Like, man, this took longer than I would have liked. I would have liked to see like a resolution for this like weeks ago. But I feel like I've spoken with somebody who cares and wants to make sure that my son is safe. I do feel like you're going to interact with somebody who has a child or children of their own. And they're going to look at this as, if I were in your situation, I would like somebody to be protective of my child. So this is someone who's going to take the responsibility seriously and pay close attention to what you say or what your son says. So is Flower able to just kind of like let them take the wheel, so to speak? Since there's a wheel on the back. There's a little bit more hands-on from you needed. I feel like the police they're going to take seriously what is said in the interview, but also like give you a little bit of homework. Like, here's what I need you to do. I need you to document this, or I need you to go get like a little camera. There's something here they're going to tell you to do. And I feel like you're going to be like, yes, I got you. I can do that. Not a big change from what you've already been doing, but they're going to help you to refine your approach. So is the advice just basically do what they say? The advice is to give them your side of the story, to do what they advise you to do, and fold in what your lawyer may have also said that may be a little bit above and beyond what the cops tell you. And then leverage your intuition. Your intuition is going to continue to guide you through this situation. So will Flower feel a little bit more comfortable with things after tomorrow? It may be a little bit before you feel like things are moving in the right direction. I think this helps, but this is someone who genuinely cares and wants to help. With the Five of Pentacles, keep in mind that it's not going to be an immediate problem solver, but it's a huge step in the right direction. And what about G? Flower told G she loves and misses him. What does Flower need to know about this situation? Queen of Shivs or Queen of Knives, which is the Queen of Swords in the reverse, by the way. Magician in the reverse. You're being advised to pull back. No more communications. Silence. Write your feelings or how you feel into a journal. Communicating them to him is not helping the situation. It may actually be causing some aggravation because he needs that space right now. So it may make you feel better temporarily, but it really just makes you feel worse long term. Write it down. Don't communicate it or text it to him. We have Devil in the reverse and the Five of Cups in the reverse. There will be no sense of regret or frustration if you're writing it down, expressing it, but not sending it to him. And you will also be able to avoid a sense of obsession because then you're like looking at your phone wondering like, have you responded? Write it down, don't send it. Yes, that seems like a good approach. You're welcome. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Laura. Hello, Divine Earth. I hope things get better for you. Anything else for Flower, please? We have the High Priestess and the Emperor in the reverse. Sometimes the smartest thing is to do nothing. Sometimes the smartest thing is to wait and observe. And I see you being able to do that more over the next 3 weeks. You might be the kind of person where you're like, if I did something, then I feel like I've made progress. But sometimes progress is made by choosing to not do anything or to not interact or to like let things go how they go. Flower, we love you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let us see what we have for Suvik. We're going to use the B Tarot. What are Satarupa's current feelings for Suvik? What are Satarupa's current feelings for Suvik, please? The Hierophant, or the Delphic Bee, the Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Jars, or Three of Cups in the reverse. I feel like we have a very strong connection, but Satarupa also feels like it's difficult to communicate. I feel like things are a little bit up in the air or difficult to understand. There are people who don't support our union or want us to be happy. This makes Satarupa a little bit uncomfortable. I do feel like it could be a father or a grandfather or a brother, but I do feel like it's a masculine energy. This is somebody who tries to make it difficult for the two of you to make it work. What are the next actions from Satarupa towards Suvik? Desiring a reunion or reconciliation, coming back around, talking about long-term plans, sharing something that was difficult, something that hurt Satarupa's feelings, and discussing communication. How can we communicate more effectively? How can we figure this out? So a little bit like planning. Things aren't easy, but we can get through this if we work together. All right, Suvik, I'm wishing you luck. Let's see what we've got for Priyanka. For Priyanka, we have, what are Neil's feelings, intentions, and how does he see Priyanka? So first, we got, what are Neil's feelings for Priyanka? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Winter, Ten of Swords, and the Princess or the Page of Wands in the reverse. Communication seems to be a struggle or frustration. I feel like I'm more vulnerable than you are, or I feel like there's a risk of getting my heart broken because this communication doesn't seem to be as comprehensive, or I don't feel like you tell me what I need to hear. You as well, Suvik. It's like I feel like I care more about you than you care about me. So I feel like this is, like I need you to be more communicative about how you feel and whether or not you want me. What about intentions from Neil, please, for Priyanka? I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to let you make the decision. Things could potentially be great between us, but I can't trust it until I see you make the effort. So this is like, I'm going to take a step back and see what you do. Eight of Spring or the Eight of Cups in the reverse. If I am quiet, are you going to initiate, or are you going to try to see me? Because with the Six of Wands or Six of Summer in the reverse, it's like, I feel like if I put all of my effort into this, it could potentially be a disappointment. How does Neil see Priyanka? Nine of Winter, the Nine of Swords. Someone who likes a little bit of confusion. You don't tell me what's really going on. So Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Autumn. I like to think about how things could go long term, but I don't hear you think about that. It seems very impermanent or, you know, short-lived. This is someone who wants reassurance about how you feel. Maybe we could make this work, but I need to know how you feel before I can pursue something. So it's like I see you very buttoned up, or like you have a poker face. You don't show your emotions easily. All right, let's see what we've got for Carly. Thank you again to JPA for the donation. Hey, Abel, this is like my work, so please don't assume that it's a joke. This is not necessarily how people communicate, but this is confirmation, or meant to be confirmation for people's intuition. What is Gary E. hiding from Carly, please? What is Gary E. hiding from Carly? Seven of Wands in the reverse, Judgment, the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, and Strength. Gary seems to be hiding a decision that has already been made, but it's like I'm trying to make it seem like I'm, you know, doing my due diligence. I've already made up my mind. It's like I'm supposed to review who dances best, or who should be the captain of the team, and I'm supposed to like look at how people run, or look at how people move, look at how they get, but I'm going to choose who I want. I already made up my mind. So this is like I'm letting you think something is fair when it's really not. Thank you, Sabrina. I've written down your name, but let me know if you have a question. Oh, I got you. I see your other message. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I have done so before, one day at a time, and if you are going through something difficult, I hope things improve for you. And if anyone can send some happy, healing energy towards one day at a time, I appreciate it. What else does Carly need to know about Gary E., please? Yeah, Five of Wands in the reverse. It's like, yeah, I'm going to let people think, oh, I'm considering you for this job, or I'm considering, you know, who to believe. But I'm biased. I'm trying to make it seem like I'm considerate or emotionally mature, but I'm just going to do what I want. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going to choose. So not a lot of thought, process, or consideration. It's just a matter of, this is what I think. That's what I'm going to do. I know I should be, you know, pondering the facts or being fair, but I don't want to. I do what I want. So a little self-righteous energy here, and kind of like playing with other people's energy. So I don't like it. It's a little rude. It's a little presumptuous. It's a little bit like, because I said so. Haha. Because I'm smarter than you. And I'm not convinced that Gary is. Oh, thank you for putting that up there, Rachel. I appreciate you. Carly, I have a feeling you already know that. And you know how to handle it too. That was the Zombie Tarot, by the way, everyone. Let's see what we've got for Lydia. This is the Lucid Dreams Tarot. One day, if you want me to pull some cards for you, you can put your question in a super chat. We are already almost at 100 minutes, so I'm losing a little bit of steam. I run on Dr. Pepper, so I need to go drink some Dr. Pepper. But I will be back for another one. Okay, so for Lydia, how will this job rotation go? How will this job rotation go? Eight of Swords, the Star in the reverse. I don't see it going as well as you would like. There's some tension. A little bit of feeling disconnected. Some negative energy in the air. Ooh, this even says toxic energies. We've got the Devil. Someone here is fixated on something that was said or something that someone did. And it's like, I know that I'm supposed to be forgiving or that I'm supposed to be moving on from that, but I haven't. You're so welcome, Carly. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, someone's not grounded. So their frustrations or their anger are taking over. They feel betrayed, and I do feel like they're going to lie about how they feel. What will he think? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Instability. Inability to commit. So you might get some indecisive energy or somebody who's like, I'll let you know. I haven't decided. Strength. This is saying quiet strength, compassion, and patience will be what gets you through this job rotation, because you can pick up on this energy being off or somebody being frustrated. But if you ask or press too much, it exacerbates it or makes it worse. So the advice is to retreat or be a bit distant, focus on your work. Do not, what's the word? Do not try to get more answers, or like, you know how sometimes people are frustrated, they just need a little bit of time to think about it, and sometimes people will be like, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you mad at me? Hey, you want to talk about it? Hey, what's up? Are you okay? It feels like something's off. Don't do that. That'll make it worse, right? So with the Lovers, the choice is, are you going to kind of like poke and prod, or are you going to pull back and focus on your work? And if you do the latter, it's going to work out better for you. Because this person's angry or irritable. And if you try to get the conversation going, it's going to make it worse. It's best to kind of mirror the energy. Not necessarily saying you should be mad at them, but don't try to get things to improve when you can tell that that energy is off. And then I do think that this information is going to come out if you give enough time to that person to process it. I wish you luck with that, Lydia, and I hope the job rotation goes better than expected. It will if you focus on the work. Okay, so for Cooper, we're going to go with the Pulp Tarot. I hope work goes well for you one day at a time. That's very kind. For Cooper, we have, how does S feel about me? Seven of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups. Four of Swords. Two fours. This is someone who is isolating themselves. There could be some sort of illness, a headache, a cold, flu, or even depression. This is someone who doesn't understand you. How you deal with difficulty is very different from how they deal with it. But this is someone who feels like they need space. Give me some time to deal with this, because it's like frustrating. Whereas I feel like you're able to deal with things in a more timely fashion. You're more decisive. This person, S, they let things kind of fester a little bit, or they are more prone to getting stuck in their emotions. And I feel like as a result, there's kind of like a mismatch here. They don't understand you, you don't understand them. Some people want to sleep on it, talk about things the next day. Other people are like, that will drive me crazy. I need to go to bed knowing that we've like worked through it. So there seems to be a difference of opinion in terms of how to deal with conflict. And with Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, S seems to be looking at this as, I don't know, I mean, I guess things aren't great. And if it doesn't get repaired, so be it. If I have to take the loss, then I will take the loss. But I don't know that it's necessarily like you're the issue and, you know, I'm never going to miss you. It's more so like, I just don't have the energy to deal with it. This feels to me more like depression than anything else. And it's like, whatever will be, but I don't have the energy to deal with stuff right now. So a little bit disconnected or disassociated. Like, I'll come back to this later when I have some energy for it or after I feel better. But right now, I feel like we're very different. And does she have any message? The High Priestess. Six of Cups. Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups in the reverse. I feel like this is basically saying I was taught some not so great methods or approaches as a child. I'm trying to learn to do things differently. I feel like you're very perceptive, but I'm not as emotionally mature as you are. So with the Two of Cups in the reverse, it's like I didn't really have great examples, or I haven't really been taught how to deal with arguments very well. So like, be patient with me, or acknowledge that maybe it's just like not a good time. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Anything else for Cooper, please? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm seeing Marilyn Monroe. It's probably the dress on this card. Marilyn Monroe had a reputation for being absolutely delightful, but when she was upset, she was upset. Almost like inconsolable. So it's like, you gotta give me some space. Maybe I just like can't figure it out, right? Maybe we'll figure it out, but we deal with things in different ways, and I haven't really been given the tools to deal with what I need to deal with in the right way. All right, y'all, we are over 100 minutes. I need some Dr. Pimple. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.